Hello to you and welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us today. Well, Hispanic enrollment at four-year colleges is at an all-time high, but paying for college, of course, is still an issue. So what are families to do? What can they do? The state of Illinois offers different programs that make it possible for families to save for college, regardless of the financial pressures that they face today. So here to talk to us about those programs is the Illinois State Treasurer, Michael Frerichs, and Magali Cordero, who is enrolled in one of those programs. Welcome to the two of you. This is such an interesting and good topic to discuss. I want to start with you explaining what Bright Start is and how it's different than sort of your traditional savings program that you might have at a bank.
Yeah, there are tax advantages of saving with Bright Start. So you can establish an account with no minimum contribution. You can start one with $1. There are no requirements to put money in there. But the really great thing about saving through Bright Start is your contributions are deductible from your state taxes. You can invest that money, and all of the growth in that program aren't applicable for federal taxes going forward. So it really is the best way to save.
So it's a good saving tool. Okay, and so you have taken advantage of that program. Tell me your individual story.
Sure. I have a 14-year-old and an 8-year-old. And when my daughter was about 5, she's the oldest, I met a financial advisor and he got me started on what is the Bright Directions program, which has to be
what's the difference?
So Bright Directions has to be led by an advisor. You can't really manage it yourself. So anytime I want to add contributions, I always have to call that advisor. So there's like that extra step. And then maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I heard about Bright Start, which makes me kind of the lead on that. So I make all the decisions. I just log on. I open the account on my own. And that account is for my son, who's 8. And it's super easy, super simple to set up. And I really love that I get to manage it on my own.
Okay, so your son is, how long ago did you start it?
I started it about 2 years ago.
Okay, so since he was 6,
yes,
right?
Correct.
So how is the account doing? Like, have you been able to see a fund grow and you've got a clear picture of where it may go in the future?
Exactly. So as soon as you log on, you see the statements, and then you also see the rate of return, which is great. So I checked it today, and the rate of return is 18%. So it's doing really, really well.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I know that's a big question for folks, right? Oftentimes you get into these programs, whether it's through a private entity or something else, and you're fearful that the money that you're putting in, you may not get it back, or the market may not be as strong as you had hoped. So how do you sort of ease some of those fears that people may have?
Yeah. So anyone who is investing, there's risk that comes with it, but you can choose your risk tolerance. Do you want to be really aggressive and you might earn higher returns, or do you really worry about losing money and you can be a little more conservative in your approach? But I really recommend, if you haven't already, have conversations with your children about why you have set up a college savings account. And then for me, I started doing this when my daughter was about 6 or 7. I sat down and gave us an opportunity to talk about why I was contributing. We had an opportunity to talk about investing. And then at the end of that conversation, she said, "So Daddy, is all that money mine?" and I said, "It is, as long as you go to college."
Yeah.
And her response, because kids get a little protective, said, "Oh no, don't worry, Daddy, that's mine. I'm going to college."
Okay.
And when we get our young people saying things like that, when they can see themselves going to college, they're much more likely to work harder in high school and much more likely to be successful and go to college in the future.
Parental advice. Yes. Okay. I know that there are different ways, though, that the money is obviously for college or higher education.
Yes.
But it can be used, I think I heard, as early as like high school if they're going to a private institution or something else comes up. So explain some of those things that may come up.
So that one's a little tricky. At the federal level, you can use a college savings fund for a private high school, but the state level, you can't claim a state tax deduction if you're using it for a private high school. But a lot of people will say things to me like, well, what if my kid doesn't go to college? This money can be used for a university, it can be used for a community college, it can be used for a vocational school or a technical program. It can be used for a lot of different apprenticeships. And young people need some sort of education or skills training post-high school to achieve a good job. So it's very flexible. Now, if your kid is really exceptional, you think my kid is going to get a college scholarship. If they do, you can take out the money up to the value of the scholarship tax-free, penalty-free for yourself. So if you don't need the money because your kid got a athletic or academic scholarship, you can take it out and use it yourself.
Or
So
what?
there are really very few excuses not to be saving.
Let's just say this, no parent ever wants to have to deal with this, right? You all want your kid to go to college or have some sort of skill, as you said, but let's suppose that your child decides, okay, after high school I'm done, I'm opening up my own business and I don't need any other form of education.
Yeah.
What happens to that money?
So the account can just sit there and grow because they may change their mind later. The account can be transferred to a sibling, a younger sibling. You can transfer it to another family member. Or you can let it just sit there, and for their children, it can begin growing for their future.
Oh, wow, okay,
So a lot of options, and you can also take that money out. There just will be penalties if you take it out for a non-higher education expense.
Okay. How do you then, and then this question goes to you, Magali, how do you then figure out, okay, this is how much I can put in, this is what I can afford personally right now each month, and have it grow to the level that I wanted to get to, right, for a college education
Sure.
for your now 8-year-old son?
So what my husband and I have tried to budget for is thinking about our flagship state university. So we're thinking right now U of I and trying to have that be our financial goal. So, you know, there are a lot of private schools in Illinois that are quite pricey. I myself went to Northwestern and would love my children to experience that educational opportunity. But right now, what we can budget for is our, you know, our state universities, our public universities.
Okay.
So.
And the other thing is that I found that people can also gift your child a donation
Yes.
for college. How does that part of it work?
Yeah, so we like to say that this is a family affair, and families mean a lot of different things. So you can give for your an account for your child, for your grandchild. You can give to your niece or your nephew. If there's someone that you appreciate for their birthday, you can put money in their account if they have one. So there are a lot of different options, a lot of ways to give. You know, like when I went to college, my parents hadn't saved. My dad was a truck driver. When I got into college, he said, well, we can't afford that. So I had to take out a lot of loans.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why this is so important to me. But when it came time to go to college, my dad was busy. My aunt and uncle drove me out and dropped me off at college. Family is more than just your parents, more than just your siblings. So a family wants to help out a niece or a nephew or a grandson, a cousin, a younger step sibling, whatever your family arrangement is, they can do that.
Yeah, we hear the stories over and over again of families who say that they are stuck, or students with the student loan debt that's very, very high, and so this is a good way to minimize some of those issues.
Yeah, we know that in many families they can't afford the full price of a private university, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't save something. You know, a lot of kids graduate with a lot of debt. We want to ease their debt burden.
Yeah.
And if families can save in advance, they can have growth through investments. But if you have to take out those loans, you not only have to repay those loans, you have to repay those loans plus interest.
Yeah,
It's much better to start early.
Yeah, a little bit is better than nothing, right?
Yes.
100%.
All right, so the information right there on your screen. If you're interested in the state's Bright Start program, go to brightstart.com. They can always go to your office as well to get more information. And a lot of this is available in Spanish, right?
It's available in Spanish as well. No hablo español, pero estoy practicando, and we want to help the Spanish-speaking viewers out there as well.
Pretty good, huh? Very good. Nice job.
Gracias.
All
Muchas
right.
gracias.